Okay, so you see, Chinese investors have just taken over Nigeria's guest house in Liverpool, and they are now selling it at eBay. They are selling it at eBay for 2.2 million US dollars. So now the question now is this: why are they taking over Nigeria's guest house in Liverpool? Remember the last time a US court ruled that Chinese should take over. There was a seizure of Nigeria's three presidential aircraft. And this one now, Nigeria's guest house in Liverpool being, taken over by Chinese, the same Chinese again. Now, what was this supposed to tell you? This is to tell you that the incessant loans Nigeria has been taking from China, even both during Buhari's regime and even this present administration, all the loans that have been borrowing, it is time to pay back. It's time to pay back. And this is because you see, both China, both US, both England, both France, both World Bank, IMF, and the rest, all the you know countries, ministries, parastatals, agencies that have been granting Nigerians loans, they know that Nigeria has assets. They are cashing in on Nigerian government. They are cashing on Nigerian. Now, if you narrow this whole thing now down, who are the most affected this thing now is still the citizens of Nigeria. Because at the end of the day, we pay through our nose with our own blood and sweat just to make sure that you know we some of those debts are being paid. Because the federal government are not going to be telling us that we are the one paying the bill. We know, because if not, why are we having gross inflation? Why are we having multiple inconsequential taxations here and there? The citizens are being taxed even down to their pants and bras, to their boxers and knickers. Do you understand me? Or in the name of, because they need to meet up with so many inconsequential loans they have been borrowing. Now, what happened to the money they have been looting? That is where the selfishness of Nigerian government comes in. Because I've said this in my previous video, the time is coming, this Chinese government, they will come, they will take over some of our oil wells, or some, even our agriculture. In fact, our various ministries, they will take over everywhere. A time is coming for that. A time is coming for that. They will take over everything. All our governmental agencies, especially the aspect that has to do with our mineral resources. For example, they can say Zamfara State now that is made of gold. Even Zamfara State, you see, it's even happening because presently now they are now mining our goods. They are mining our goods now, and selling it privately, pocketing the dollars inside their pocket. Our oil, they are also refine. They were also taking our oil, selling it on their own privately, putting the money inside their pocket. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the country is gone. The country is gone, and everything boils down to what inconsequential, what and ineffective leadership that we have in Nigeria. That is why we are calling, because Nigeria as a country, Nigeria should be measuring with countries like Malaysia, Singapore, and Dubai, because these are countries that even as of 80s, 70s, they are even looking up to Nigeria in terms of development, in terms of resources, in terms of money. But today, Nigeria is not a toothless bulldog, a very toothless bulldog. And it's a case of how the mighty falling, because at this point in time, the hunger strike that is happening in Nigeria now is not going to end, because as far as Nigeria keep on borrowing upon borrowing, Nigerian citizens are going to be suffering for it. They are going to be suffering for it. And the whole thing is that in spite of all this whole thing, the president is busy buying presidential jet, buying a water yacht, buying exclusive bulletproof cars. The country is gone. The country is gone.